everyone. Welcome to Kababayan Today. This is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. Ito po ang inyong Kababayan Today. Again, reminding everyone, especially those joining us on Kiku Network in Hawaii, I will be there next week. On Thursday, I hope to see you at the Philippine Consulate. October 4 and 5, the following Friday and Saturday, I will be at the Philcom Center. And we'll have more to discuss in the coming days here on the program. But for now, happy Friday. It's the last Friday of the month, and so we welcome once again onto our program a real-life princess. I am such a fan of this lady. She does a lot of things and still manages to look as pretty as she is and as she does. Princess Ivana, hello and welcome to Kababayan Today.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And I'm so excited because I love this topic, especially for moms out there. Whining. How to get your kids to stop whining. Is it possible?
It is.
Isn't it part of their developmental stage?
Sure, of course. Whenever they're whine, it's that they need something. As adults, we call it complaining.
Right.
So a lot of times when my kids maybe are whining more than they should be, I take a look at myself. What model behavior am I showing them? Do I complain when there's too long of a line at checkout? Oh, God. Or
because they pick that up.
They pick that up. So I'm setting the example. So I always try to speak in positive terms and focus on solutions. When a lot of times as parents, we just want to go, I can't take it.
Right. So see, even now, as adults, we whine.
We whine.
Right?
It's called complaining.
Right. But is there a stage in kids where they whine the most?
Yes, and they happen to be the exact age of both of my kids, 2.5 and 4. Those are, that's the peak time
so
frame.
Between 2.5 and 4.
Yes, that is when whining is at an all-time high. So both of my kids are in that group, and they whine in unison a lot of times.
Oh my gosh, what? That's terrible.
Yeah.
And you were talking earlier, before we started the show, that there was a study about the sound of whining.
Yes, the sound of whining is actually one of the most annoying sounds on the planet.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. It just gets under my skin.
Right.
So, and given that my kids are both within that age range, I was very, very happy to learn that there are actually solutions to minimize whining.
And we are very lucky because Princess Ivana is going to be sharing those tips with us today. Number 1, be consistent.
Be consistent. So regardless of our age, we tend to repeat behavior that is rewarded.
Okay.
And I do not want to reward whining, but there are times where I am so ready to give them whatever they want.
Yes.
Just stop the whining. You want a candy bar at 8 p.m. at night? Yeah. Sure. Here you go.
That's what Matt, our floor guy here, was saying, because, you know, just give them what they want so then they'll stop whining.
But the thing is, every time I do that, I'm losing in the long run because
Right.
kids are going to do whatever they can to get their way. So if they are rewarded for negative behavior, that whining phase is just going to last longer. But if we're consistent and we don't give in, it'll end sooner.
So
that's what I want. That's my goal.
So just grin and bear it? Is that what they say? Just
I mean, you know what? We all have our, you know, our points where we can't take it anymore, and maybe you do need to give in that moment, but just try to be consistent. Try not to give in to negative behavior because it's just, they're going to repeat it later. So you might win right then in the short term and it feels great because you have the peace, but that phase is just going to extend itself.
All right. Tip number 2, that makes sense. Use the me no speak whine excuse.
Yes. So whenever my kids whine, I just say, Mommy doesn't understand what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Can you use your words?
Right.
You're whining. It sounds like you're saying, bleep, Lord, blah, 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 blah. Is that right? I'll just put in something funny, which will hopefully make them smile and snap out of it a bit.
Right.
And then I just remind them to use their words. Mommy understands you when you use your words. What is it that you need? And when they start using their words, that's when I'll acknowledge whatever the request is. So, you want some juice? Sure, let me get that for you. You asked so nicely. No problem.
You know what that entails, though? Patience. When you talk to kids, you need to practice patience.
Deep breaths. Lots of deep breaths.
Right. And that's tip number 3. When the pity party starts, practice patience.
Practice patience. So, as I said, both of my kids are at this age where they are whining, and they do it in unison. And there are times when I just feel like screaming, stop whining.
Oh, you want to shake them.
I just want to shake them. Like, just stop. I just need 2 minutes.
Right.
So that's completely ineffective.
Have you ever tried crying while they're crying?
No, I've not, but maybe I will use that.
They'll be like, whoa. Maybe they'll stop when you're crying. Okay, so just be patient.
Just be patient, because whenever you show frustration, it doesn't help calm them down. You are actually only addressing your needs, not theirs. And when kids whine, it's because they need something. So when you need 5 minutes for the whining to stop, what I use is an egg timer so that they can see and hear the time going by. And I will say, okay, Mommy, put on the timer. I just need 5 minutes. When it beeps, I will be done, and I will get you whatever it is that you need, okay? So it's a great solution because it teaches them patience while giving you the time that you need to get things done.
Yes,
which as moms, we've got to get
that's a good idea with an egg timer.
Yeah, like an old-fashioned one that
so
they can see.
They can see it. Right.
They don't understand
and that's
digital
entertaining them too when they watch the
Right,
thing go.
exactly.
Okay. Use instead commands. What is that?
Okay, well, this is actually at the cornerstone of my parenting solutions, one of them.
Okay.
Because kids, on average, receive 400 commands a day, which, I don't care how old you are, 4 or 30, that would make anybody whine. That would make me whine, right?
Yeah.
So what I try to do with my kids, instead of constantly demanding, is I will ask them questions that lead them to think and judge for themselves. So, for example, my kids don't like brushing their teeth. A lot of kids don't. So instead of saying, it's time to brush our teeth, I will lead with questions. Hey, do you guys know what time it is? That's right, it's time to brush our teeth. And do you know what happens whenever you don't brush your teeth? That's right, the sugar bugs will have a party in your mouth. Let's go.
Right.
Because, the sooner that we can get them to make good decisions for themselves, the better we're all going to be, especially mom.
That makes sense.
I don't want to be the taskmaster.
Right.
I want to be the mentor, the guide. I want to have fun with my kids. So I really want to get them to make the right choices for themselves.
Present activities in a fun way so that they're excited about it. Yeah. Now I'm getting a command right now to wrap this up. But first, congratulations to you.
Oh, thank
Her book got nominated for Parenting of the Year Award 2013.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
I hope
you so
get
much.
It. The book is called
A Simple Guide to Pregnancy and Baby's First Year.
And Ivana is such a prolific writer, also has a lot of tips on motherhood. That's the website on the screen if you want to get more. Thank you so much. More power to you.
Thank you, Janelle.
All right, from motherhood to sports updates when we return on the show. Don't go away.